The Joshua Fiancé universe has always been filled with shocking twists, unexpected drama, and unforgettable personalities. But recently, one name has been dominating conversations among fans more than ever before: Colt Johnson, known for his complicated relationships, controversial decisions, and dramatic appearances across multiple seasons of the franchise. Colt has once again found himself at the center of attention. This time, however, the buzz isn't just about relationship, drama, or heated arguments. Instead, fans are genuinely confused and concerned about what exactly happened to Colt during his recent appearance on The Single Life. From the moment Colt first appeared on the show years ago, he quickly became one of the most talked-about cast members in the franchise. Whether viewers loved him or criticized him, there was no denying that Colt always brought drama, emotion, and unpredictable moments to the screen. His relationship with Larissa, his complicated bond with his mother, Debbie, and his later romantic involvement with Jess all played out in front of millions of viewers, creating storylines that sparked endless debates across social media. Over time, Colt became one of those reality TV figures who audiences couldn't ignore, even when they wanted to. However, his return to The Single Life created a completely new wave of curiosity and confusion. Fans expected to see a more mature version of Colt, someone who had learned from past mistakes and was ready to move forward in a healthier way. Instead, what they saw left many viewers scratching their heads. Social media quickly filled with questions as fans began asking the same thing: what actually happened to Colt? One of the biggest reasons behind the confusion is the noticeable change in Colt's presence and behavior on the show. Longtime viewers who have followed his journey from the beginning immediately noticed that something felt different. Some fans pointed out that Colt appeared less confident than before, while others observed that he seemed emotionally distant during certain scenes. There were also moments when his interactions with other cast members felt unusually tense, leaving viewers wondering whether something significant had happened behind the scenes. Adding to the mystery was the way the show edited and presented Colt's storyline. Reality TV editing has always played a huge role in shaping how audiences perceive cast members. And in Colt's case, the editing choices raised even more questions. Certain scenes seemed to jump abruptly from one emotional tone to another, and some conversations felt incomplete, as if key details were missing. This led many fans to speculate that there might be more to Colt's story than what was actually shown on screen. Online discussions began to intensify after several episodes aired, with viewers sharing theories about Colt's situation. Some believed that he might be dealing with personal challenges that the show chose not to highlight. Others suggested that there could have been off-camera conflicts affecting his behavior during filming. A few fans even wondered whether production decisions or contract issues played a role in how his storyline unfolded. While none of these theories were officially confirmed, the speculation alone was enough to keep Colt trending in fan communities. Another factor contributing to the confusion was Colt's complicated relationship history within the franchise. Over the years, viewers have watched him navigate multiple romances, each one bringing its own set of emotional highs and lows. From intense arguments to emotional reconciliations, Colt's love life has rarely been stable. Because of this history, fans often analyze his behavior through the lens of past experiences. When they noticed changes in his demeanor on The Single Life, many immediately began comparing it to his previous appearances. At the same time, Colt's relationship with his mother Debbie has always been a major part of his storyline. Their close and sometimes controversial dynamic has sparked countless discussions among viewers. In earlier seasons, Debbie played a significant role in Colt's romantic life, often becoming involved in his relationships in ways that created tension. Over time, both Colt and Debbie expressed a desire for independence, leading to emotional conversations about boundaries and personal growth. As fans watched Colt on The Single Life, they couldn't help but wonder how his evolving relationship with Debbie might be influencing his current situation. Social media platforms quickly became the main hub for fans, trying to piece together what was happening. Twitter, Reddit, and fan forums were flooded with posts, analyzing every detail of Colt's appearances. Some viewers shared screenshots and clips, pointing out subtle changes in his expressions or tone of voice. Others revisited older episodes to compare his behavior across different seasons. This level of analysis shows just how invested the audience has become in Colt's journey, even after all these years. Interestingly, the confusion surrounding Colt also highlights the unique relationship between reality TV stars and their audiences. Unlike scripted shows, reality television creates a sense of authenticity that makes viewers feel personally connected to the cast. When someone like Colt appears different or behaves unexpectedly, fans don't just see it as a storyline. They see it as a real person potentially going through real challenges. This emotional connection often leads to both support and criticism. Sometimes at the same time, as the season continued, the lack of clear explanations only made the situation more intriguing. Some episodes hinted at tension in Colt's personal life, but never fully addressed it. There were brief moments where he seemed reflective or even vulnerable, yet these moments were often followed by scenes that shifted focus to other cast members. This storytelling approach left fans feeling as though they were only seeing fragments of a much larger picture. Another aspect that caught viewers' attention was Colt's interactions with the other participants on the single life reality. Shows often thrive on group dynamics, and Colt's presence within the cast has historically been a source of both conflict and entertainment. This time around, however, his interactions seemed more reserved. Some fans interpreted this as personal growth, suggesting that Colt might be trying to avoid unnecessary drama. Others saw it as a sign that something deeper was going on, possibly affecting his ability to fully engage with the experience. The producers of the show have remained relatively quiet about the speculation, which is not unusual for reality TV. Maintaining a sense of mystery often keeps audiences engaged and encourages continued viewership. However, this silence has also allowed rumors to spread more freely. Without official statements to clarify the situation, fans have relied on their own interpretations of what they see on screen and on social media. Despite all the confusion, one thing remains clear: Colt continues to be one of the most talked about figures in the 90-Day Fiancé universe. Whether he is at the center of relationship drama, personal growth journeys, or mysterious storylines, he consistently captures viewers' attention. This enduring interest speaks to the impact he has had on the franchise over the years. Few reality TV personalities managed to stay relevant for so long, and Colt's ability to spark conversation is a testament to his complicated and compelling presence. As more episodes of The Single Life unfold, fans are eagerly watching for any clues that might explain Colt's situation. Every new scene, every social media post, and every interview is analyzed for hints. Some viewers remain hopeful that future episodes will provide clearer answers, while others believe the mystery might never be fully resolved. Either way, the ongoing discussion ensures that Colt remains at the center of fan conversations. For now, the question that started it all still lingers in the minds of viewers everywhere. What really happened to Colt on The Single Life? And perhaps even more importantly, will fans ever get the full story behind the confusion that has taken over the 90-Day Fiancé community? As more episodes of The Single Life continued to air, viewers became even more invested in uncovering the truth behind Colt's confusing situation. What initially seemed like a minor change in behavior began to feel like part of a much larger and more complicated story. Fans who had followed Colt's journey from the very beginning knew that his life had never been simple, but this time, something felt different. There was a sense that important details were being left out, and that realization only intensified the curiosity surrounding him. One of the most noticeable changes fans discussed was Colt's emotional state. In earlier seasons, he often appeared outspoken, reactive, and sometimes even defensive during confrontations. On The Single Life, however, many viewers felt that he seemed more reserved and introspective. Some interpreted this as personal growth, suggesting that Colt might be trying to handle situations more maturely. Others believed that his quieter demeanor hinted at deeper struggles that were not fully addressed on camera. The contrast between his past and present behavior became a major talking point in online discussions. Another factor contributing to the confusion was the pacing of Colt's storyline. Reality television typically thrives on clear narrative arcs, introductions, conflicts, and resolutions that give viewers a sense of closure. In Colt's case, the progression of events felt unusually fragmented. Scenes involving him sometimes appeared brief or abruptly edited, leaving fans with more questions than answers. Certain conversations seemed to end just as they were becoming interesting, creating the impression that key moments might have been left out of the final cut. Speculation grew even stronger when viewers began examining Colt's interactions with other cast members. Group scenes often reveal underlying dynamics, and fans carefully analyzed how Colt engaged with the rest of the cast. Some noticed that he appeared less involved in group drama compared to previous seasons. While he had once been at the center of explosive confrontations, this time he often seemed to observe from a distance. This shift sparked debate among fans. Was Colt intentionally staying out of drama to focus on personal growth, or was he dealing with issues that made him less comfortable participating fully in the experience? Social media once again played a significant role in shaping the narrative. Dedicated fans created discussion threads dissecting each episode, sometimes analyzing individual scenes frame by frame. On platforms like Reddit and Twitter, viewers shared theories ranging from plausible explanations to more dramatic speculation. Some believed that Colt might have faced personal challenges outside of filming that influenced his behavior on the show. Others suggested that production decisions may have altered how his story was presented, potentially leaving out context that would have clarified his situation. The role of editing in reality television cannot be overstated. Producers often craft storylines by selecting certain moments while leaving others on the cutting room floor. In Colt's case, many fans felt that the editing choices contributed to the confusion. There were instances where his reactions to events seemed disconnected from what viewers had just seen, as though important conversations had taken place off-camera. This created a sense of narrative gaps, prompting viewers to fill in the blanks with their own interpretations. At the same time, Colt's personal history within the franchise continued to shape audience perceptions. His previous relationships had been highly public and often tumultuous, making fans particularly sensitive to any signs of emotional distress or conflict. Some viewers speculated that past experiences might still be affecting him, influencing how he approached new relationships and social situations. Others believed that he might be attempting to reinvent himself, presenting a more composed and reflective version of his personality. One recurring topic of discussion was Colt's evolving sense of independence. Over the years, his relationship with his mother, Debbie, had been a defining element of his storyline. Their close bond, while endearing to some viewers, had also been a source of tension in his romantic relationships. As both Colt and Debbie expressed a desire for greater independence, fans watched closely to see how this shift would impact his journey on the single life. Some speculated that adjusting to a new dynamic with Debbie might be contributing to the changes in his demeanor. Meanwhile, Colt's romantic prospects on the show added another layer of intrigue. Dating in the public eye is never easy, especially for someone with a history as complex as his. Fans wondered whether he felt pressured to present himself differently this time around. Was he trying to avoid repeating past mistakes? Was he hesitant to fully open up on camera after experiencing intense scrutiny in previous seasons? These questions remained unanswered, but they fueled ongoing discussions among viewers. Interviews and social media posts from other cast members occasionally added to the mystery rather than clarifying it. Subtle comments and vague references sometimes hinted that there was more happening behind the scenes than what viewers were seeing. However, without concrete details, these hints only deepened the sense of uncertainty. Fans found themselves piecing together fragments of information, attempting to construct a coherent narrative from limited clues. The situation also highlighted the pressures that come with being a long-term reality TV personality. Over time, public perception can have a significant impact on how cast members present themselves. Colt has experienced both intense criticism and strong support throughout his time on the franchise. This duality may have influenced how he chose to navigate his return to the single life. Some fans speculated that he might be more cautious about revealing personal details, aware of how quickly public opinion can shift as discussions continued. Some viewers began expressing concern rather than mere curiosity. They pointed out moments where Colt appeared visibly stressed or uncomfortable, suggesting that he might be dealing with challenges that extended beyond the show's storyline. Others urged fellow fans to avoid jumping to conclusions, reminding them that reality TV often presents only a small portion of a person's life. This mixture of concern and speculation created a complex atmosphere within the fan community. Despite the uncertainty, Colt's presence on the show continued to generate engagement. Episodes featuring him often sparked the most conversation online, demonstrating his enduring ability to capture audience attention. Whether fans were supportive, critical, or simply curious, they remained invested in his journey. This level of engagement is a testament to how deeply reality TV personalities can resonate with viewers over time. The producers of The Single Life have always understood the value of suspense and unresolved questions. By leaving certain aspects of Colt's story open to interpretation, they effectively kept audiences talking. However, this approach also carried risks. Too much ambiguity can lead to frustration among viewers who crave clarity and resolution. As the season progressed, some fans began hoping for a more direct explanation of what was happening with Colt, while others enjoyed the ongoing mystery in the broader context of the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. Colt's storyline represents a fascinating case study in how reality TV narratives evolve. Cast members who return for multiple seasons bring with them a history that shapes audience expectations. Every new appearance is viewed through the lens of past experiences, making even small changes in behavior highly noticeable. For Colt, this means that any shift in demeanor or storyline is likely to attract significant attention. As the mid-season point approached, anticipation reached a new level. Viewers speculated that upcoming episodes might finally address the questions surrounding Colt. Would there be a candid conversation revealing what he had been going through? Would unseen footage provide missing context? Or would the mystery continue unresolved, leaving fans to draw their own conclusions? These possibilities kept audiences engaged, eager to see what would happen next. While the answers remained elusive, one thing was certain: Colt's journey on the single life had become one of the most discussed aspects of the season. The confusion surrounding him was not simply a result of curiosity, but a reflection of how invested fans had become in his story. After years of watching his ups and downs, viewers felt a sense of connection that made them want to understand what he was experiencing now. As the narrative continued to unfold, the central question persisted. Beneath the speculation, analysis, and online debates, fans shared a common desire for clarity. They wanted to know not just what happened to Colt, but how he was truly doing. Until those answers emerged, the mystery surrounding him would remain one of the most compelling storylines in the 90-Day Fiancé universe. That lingering uncertainty became almost as important as the storyline itself. In many ways, the confusion surrounding Colt began to overshadow the typical dating drama that the single life is known for. Instead of focusing solely on romantic tension or awkward first dates, viewers found themselves studying Colt's body language, tone, and reactions with unusual intensity. Every pause, every half smile, every moment of silence seemed loaded with potential meaning. As the season moved forward, subtle details continued to raise eyebrows. There were scenes where Colt appeared distracted during conversations, as if his thoughts were somewhere else entirely. In other moments, he seemed unusually careful with his words, choosing them slowly and deliberately. Longtime viewers immediately compared this to earlier seasons where he often spoke impulsively and reacted emotionally. The contrast was impossible to ignore. Some fans suggested that this new version of Colt might simply be the result of maturity. After years of public scrutiny, failed relationships, and online criticism, it would not be surprising if he had learned to approach situations differently. Growth can sometimes look like distance, especially in a high-pressure environment like reality television, but others argued that what they were seeing did not feel like growth alone. They believed there was something unresolved beneath the surface. The editing continued to fuel speculation. In certain episodes, scenes involving Colt seemed shorter than expected, almost as if producers were intentionally minimizing his screen time, while other cast members had extended story arcs filled with dramatic buildup and emotional payoffs. Colt's segments sometimes felt abrupt. This led to theories that significant developments may have happened off-camera or were left out during post-production. Adding another layer to the conversation was Colt's physical transformation over the years. Reality television audiences often comment on changes in appearance, and Colt has not been exempt from that scrutiny. Some fans noted that he looked different compared to earlier seasons, prompting discussions about lifestyle changes, stress, or personal priorities. While physical appearance should never be the sole focus, in the world of reality TV, it often becomes part of the larger narrative. Meanwhile, discussions about Colt's romantic life intensified. Dating after multiple high-profile breakups is never easy, especially when millions of viewers are watching. Some fans wondered whether Colt might be struggling with trust issues or emotional fatigue. Repeated public relationship failures can leave lasting impacts, and it is possible that he entered the single life with emotional walls higher than before. If that were the case, it could explain why he seemed more guarded during interactions. Another theory gaining traction online involved the pressures of being labeled a villain by portions of the audience. Over the years, Colt has faced significant backlash for his actions and decisions. Reality TV editing can amplify certain traits, and once a cast member is perceived negatively, that reputation can be difficult to shake. Some viewers speculated that Colt might be consciously trying to reshape his image, carefully managing how he presents himself on camera to avoid further criticism. There was also growing conversation about behind-the-scenes production dynamics. Reality television is rarely as spontaneous as it appears. Cast members often film for long hours, repeating conversations or recreating moments for clarity. If Colt experienced disagreements with production or felt uncomfortable with certain story directions, it could have influenced how his storyline unfolded. While there is no confirmed evidence of such issues, the possibility became part of the larger speculation cycle as episodes continued. Moments of vulnerability from Colt stood out more than ever. There were instances where he spoke about wanting stability and peace rather than chaos. These comments resonated with viewers who had watched his earlier seasons filled with explosive arguments. Hearing him express a desire for calm suggested that he might be genuinely tired of the constant turmoil that once defined his relationships. Interestingly, some fans began defending Colt more openly than in previous years. The confusion surrounding his storyline seemed to humanize him in a new way. Instead of being viewed solely through the lens of past controversies, he was now seen as someone potentially navigating unseen challenges. This shift in perception demonstrated how quickly public opinion can evolve, especially when ambiguity invites empathy. However, not everyone was convinced. Skeptics argued that the mystery might be exaggerated, suggesting that viewers were reading too much into normal behavior changes. They believed that editing quirks and narrative pacing were responsible for the confusion rather than any dramatic, off-screen event. According to this perspective, Colt's storyline was simply unfolding differently from expectations. Creating the illusion of hidden drama, the franchise itself has a history of leaving certain questions unanswered. In previous seasons, cast members have hinted at unseen conflicts or unresolved tensions that were never fully explained on camera. This pattern made it entirely plausible that Colt's situation might follow a similar path. Fans who have watched the show for years know that not every mystery receives a clear resolution. As the reunion special approached, anticipation reached a new peak. Viewers hoped that the tell-all format would finally provide clarity. Reunion episodes are often the space where cast members address rumors, confront each other directly, and reveal behind-the-scenes details. Many believed that if there were hidden factors affecting Colt's storyline, the reunion would be the moment they surfaced. Speculation about what might be revealed ranged widely. Some fans expected a candid confession about personal struggles. Others predicted revelations about production disagreements or edited-out conflicts. A few even theorized that Colt might surprise everyone with an announcement about his future plans. Shifting the narrative entirely, the uncertainty kept the fan community buzzing. At the heart of it all was a simple but powerful question: how much of what viewers see on reality television reflects the full truth? Colt's confusing storyline became a reminder that audiences are often shown only fragments of a much larger reality. The version presented on screen is shaped by editing choices, time constraints, and narrative goals. Understanding that complexity does not eliminate curiosity, but it does add perspective. Colt's journey on The Single Life ultimately highlights the complicated relationship between reality stars and their audiences. Fans feel invested because they have watched his story unfold over multiple seasons. They remember his earliest appearances, his intense arguments, his emotional breakdowns, and his moments of hope. That history makes any change in behavior feel significant. As the season neared its conclusion, one thing became clear. Regardless of the final outcome, Colt's presence had once again succeeded in sparking conversation across the 90-day community. Whether viewers felt confused, concerned, skeptical, or supportive, they were undeniably engaged. And perhaps that engagement is the true hallmark of a lasting reality TV personality. Even when the answers remain unclear, the questions themselves keep the story alive.